Hello, peepers. Welcome to April 4th. In much of eastern North America, tiny male frogs called spring peepers mark the end of winter with their piercing chirp. For us, the sound is the doorbell of spring. For female frogs, it's a suitor's serenade. Today's project is all about doing something about that mess right there. This ought to do all right. Let's just put this back here so I don't trip over it. And so last year, you'll remember this was my sage, oregano, and thyme bed. And from what I can tell, at least the sage and thyme are still here. But of course, they're all mixed in with a bunch of stuff I really don't want. All right, take that wood away. Oh look! Oh, the oregano made it! Wow, I'm impressed. I am impressed. It's gonna need some trimming, but looks like I won't have to replant the oregano after all. These are my problem child right here. Let's see. These right here, type of wild onion, and I gotta try to get the bulbs from down there. Huh. Looks like somebody was having some fun around here in the garden. These, of course. Oh, come here, you. These right here are aged purple nettle, and I picked a bunch and dried them to put into one of my insect sprays. They do real well, but now their time is pretty much past in this garden, and of course my arch nemesis, the cleaver, which I'm also going to have to get out of here before it strangles everything. These luckily can go right in the compost pile. Only the tops of the onions can really go in the compost pile because the bulbs will last and last and not go away. See if I can show you a bulb. Did I get it? I got it. Here's one of the bulbs. It smells pretty strongly of onion. And really nice and soft, so I can just take this, put in the garbage, and all that goes in the compost. You can also use this for mulch. It's perfectly fine. It'll break down nicely. Aha! Here's what you gotta watch for. The little ones. The little ones are evil. Oh, yeah, there we go. Woo! And I'm still battling the plastic trash problem. Good Lord, how long am I gonna have to do this? There are a lot fewer onions this time than there were last year. Whew, those cleavers, they do grow fast. Luckily, they compost down quite nicely. Come on, weed. Weedy McWeed. Surely recognize this. Our little dandelion friend. Right in the compost pile. This soil has gotten so much better than when I started. When I started a couple of years ago, this was all sand, and now it's actually starting to smell really nice, like good composted earth. I'm gonna try to be careful to not disturb the roots of the sage too much. I guess grass roots won't be too bad if I don't put too many in. And more plastic trash. All right, well, I'll keep working on this for a little while. The only other one here that I haven't pointed out is, and you can barely see them for all the weeds, the echinacea. This poor little echinacea, it's been overrun, and I don't know if this is the best place for it. It just doesn't seem very healthy, and it doesn't grow a lot of blooms. So I'm thinking either I should move this plant, attempt to move this plant, or just get rid of it. All right, got it cleaned up a little bit. The major problem with this bed, there's plenty of life in the soil. The soil is really good. The major problem with this bed is this. Well, it was never meant to be a permanent solution to keep the soil in this bed. It was only meant to be temporary. And now I got to find something else to go there, which isn't bad. I do have a solution. It's just not quite ready yet. But if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see what I'm building. All right. Wait, is that? No, that's a leaf, not plastic. All right. Now, it is going to break apart, but I'd like to get some of the soil away from it before it does come out, so that I don't have to do soil all over the concrete. Kind of a shame to have to disturb this, because this oregano right here is absolutely glorious. But these roots of these weeds underneath here is really frustrating. Ready to come out? Let's get down in there and just pull. Maybe the oregano will hold that soil back enough. And of course, it's already cracking apart. Don't worry, even the wood won't go to waste. It'll all be useful. All right, well, hey, the oregano is doing its job. Nice job, oregano. A few more of these onions. Any more? Yep. And these are real young bulbs too, which means that's less of those to come back next spring. Some nice dry material, old rosemary branches for the compost. It will enjoy the carbon influx. Oh, lots of weeds here though. I think I'm still going to restrict the oregano here because oregano can become a pest. Just like my terrible little snail friend here who has been enjoying a few weeds and now I'm afraid is going to have to be evicted. Notice has been posted. Your 30 days are up. Out you go. All right, so cleaver, cleaver, cleaver. I think I'll put it right to here. There we go. Oregano is fairly polite about being restricted. If you make sure you keep on top of it, it's very easy to pull, and if you want to transplant it, no problem. You literally throw it where you want it, take a handful of dirt and put it on top, water it a little, and you know, you don't even have to plant it nicely. It'll grow. All right, last section of this bed is the thyme section. And as you can see, the thyme is beautiful and healthy. Good boy. But these wild onions have their roots way down deep in there. These ones, I really don't have a hope of actually getting the bulbs, but I can take the greens off. Now, if I lift up the thyme, you can see exactly how much growth there is. Looks great. There's no rot. But this, I need to move this to get all these weeds out, which is kind of a pain. And then I'll need to trim this off. Actually, I think maybe I'll trim the thyme first, because this is my culinary thyme. I leave it out to dry and then rub the leaves off and use it in all my cooking. All right. I want to try to get it as close to the center as I can. There we go. There we go. Make sure and wash this thoroughly too. I can see some muddy splashback. And I'll have to be careful to get all these little leaves out of it before I dry it. There we go. My goodness. That's a lot, right? Whoop. That's a random rosemary branch. It is a lot, but I'm actually going to need a lot more than that just to make an entire jar of thyme to use in my kitchen. I do use thyme year round. All jokes aside. ha ha ha. Don't forget, time does not mind aggressive cutting. You can cut it right back and it will come back again and again. Let's see if I can move this piece of railroad tie now. So I can get these weeds out of the way. No? There. Maybe with a shovel. Yup. That is much better. Come on. Come on. Huh. All right. Now that I've got that out of the way, let's dig out this, excuse me, monstrosity. This is your 10 a.m. wake up and get out call. Oh, look at that. I have sliced the roots. That is not going to be good because they will come back. Ugh. Hey, hey, hey. Come on, come out. Oh. Oh, Farfig Nugan. Down pretty deep. Oh no, are they underneath the concrete? They are. Well, I got some of the bulbs. At least it looks neater than it did. But the monstrosity will wind up coming back because I won't be able to get enough of the root to get it out completely. Oh, this place actually smells really good right now. It smells like crushed thyme and sage all together. Oh, little wormy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, little wormy. Here. They're right there now. Okay. Some of these bulbs. Some of these leaves. And now I'm gonna keep trying to tidy it up. All right, and now I'm ready to put in my first replacement fence. And here it is. This is an old greenhouse shelf, an old metal greenhouse shelf that I've interwoven some cotton clothesline in. And I have about 4 panels of these, which should fit nicely. And then this old railroad tie will go at the end. Ah, that fits very nicely. I like that a lot. Cotton clothesline is a very good thing to put down because not only is, cotton fairly natural, it will break down eventually. But cotton clothesline is tough. It's meant to be out in the wind and the rain. And sure, it's gonna get a little dirty, but that's okay. It really is okay. You could dye it in any number of colors if you really wanted to. You could even spray it if you wanted to, but I don't mind that it's gonna turn all colors of nature. And in the next season, I can easily just pull it up again, pull out all the weeds, reset it in its place, and boom, Bob's your uncle. You've got a great little thing that's going to last as long as the metal or the cotton is sticking around. There we go. Yes, it is. Good. Excellent. Right up against there. I can hear one of my sparrows right behind me. That plaintive little chirp he's making is telling me, hey, we ran out of seed up on the deck. Get up here and feed me. They're greedy little buggers, especially in spring. All right. Like that. And all I have to do is go put on my brand new wellies, get down here and push this down as far as I can. All right, I got my wellies on. If you like these mud boots here, you can find them at Walmart for about 20 bucks, which is about 40 bucks cheaper than you'll find them online. Up against there. And the rain too will help cement this down into place. Ooh, speaking of rain, I better hurry up. I can see those dark clouds on the horizon. Take a look out there. You can see it. It's coming. Aha, here we go. Here's my first section, all finished. I like it. I think this bed is actually going to turn out rather nice.